fans, come set. He's going to work out of the set position at the belt. First pitch to Abrams. Right on time. Swing and a drive. Deep right center field. Going back is Wallner, and that one is gone. Tries to go all the way in. He's going to kick it out to Thompson. Thompson for three. Good from deep. 26-19. Klay Thompson hits another three. Marsh at the track, at the wall, and that one is gone. Watch it fly. Riley Adams, top of the first. And now we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to District Nation. As you can tell, I don't think you actually can tell, I'm using a new microphone tonight, so hopefully the sound quality is a little bit better. But tonight, we will watch the Dallas Mavericks and the Minnesota Timberwolves take each other on. Welcome in, everybody. This is their second matchup of the season. There was an earlier matchup this season, but the Mavericks are playing a few men down tonight, and the Timberwolves are not. That's a good summary of how this game's going to go. I think we can predict it just off of that. First off, we'll look on the good side for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards was a game-time decision coming in until about a few hours ago, and they said Anthony Edwards is good to go. So the Minnesota Timberwolves, who beat the Mavericks by 24 last time they played them, are going to have Anthony Edwards. And the Mavericks will not have Cooper Flagg or Klay Thompson tonight. Klay Thompson is out with a knee injury, and Cooper Flagg is out with an ankle injury. So both those guys will be out tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how the players play with them out tonight. There is a starting lineup out already. We can look at that real quickly. Just for the Mavericks, obviously. We don't really care as much about the Timberwolves. We care about the fact that the Mavericks, their two starters, or one was a starter, the other was coming off the bench very well. He's not going to be playing tonight. So the starters tonight are going to be Najee Marshall running the point, Max Christie, Caleb Martin, P.J. Washington in the power forward, and Daniel Gafford's going to be your man in the middle. They say Klay Thompson's available, but he's not. So, and Musa Cisse they still think isn't available. But these guys are not available. Thanks to everyone who is tuning in for today's game. We got a good lined-up matchup. So just looking at it quickly, Minnesota Timberwolves and Dallas Mavericks. The Timberwolves are 28-19. They are 12-11 on the road, while the Mavericks are 19-27 and 14-12 on the road. The Wolves are looking for their 29th victory. The Mavs looking for their 20th. Kind of a decently even matchup in my opinion, but it's not when Cooper Flagg and Klay Thompson are not there. These were two huge factors to the game, and we're not going to see them now. So we'll see how it happens now without them. And we're getting going in a few minutes as it's 8:27 my time. The Mavericks broadcast is up on here. Excited to call the game. I'm excited to see Brandon Williams as well play a little bit. I believe Williams was listed as the starter earlier today. I guess he's not. They're starting Najee instead. Before, it looked like it was going to be Brandon Williams. I thought it would be Brandon Williams, Max Christie, Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin, and Daniel Gafford. Have P.J. Washington come off the bench. But P.J. Washington is going to start at the power forward position. And P.J. Washington, in my opinion, is more of a shooter. So I'm excited to see what he can do in this situation as well. See what he can do. When you guys that can come off the bench, you have Dwight Powell, Brandon Williams, Jaden Hardy, Ryan Nembhard. These guys can all come off the bench. I don't know if D'Angelo Russell's even playing. Musa Cisse, we saw a little action from him in the last few games. You've been seeing couple minutes here and there, so we'll see what he does. Of course, you don't have Lively, who's out for the season. You don't have Dante Exum, who's out for the season. Those are two just couple injuries right there. They're out for the season. Everyone else is out. They have some sort of expected time, but those two out for the count. Some guys who are out but are coming back. Anthony Davis is coming back in March, so I'll be excited to see what Davis can do. And then, of course, you have Kyrie Irving, who's coming back in mid-February. I think he's coming out right after the All-Star break. And, of course, Klay Thompson and Cooper Flagg, they're both out for just tonight. They'll be back tomorrow. We might be on the mic tomorrow. It depends on the school schedule for me. Hope everyone is safe through this snow. And I'm sorry that the game, I think that's D'Lo warming up. D'Angelo Russell might actually play in this game. So that would be a surprise. And the Mavericks are wearing their green uniforms, their city uniforms. Everyone loves the green uniforms. So we'll see how this goes. And they're showing the officials right now on the screen. But the one big factor about tonight, you got to be able to stop Anthony Edwards, and you got to let Rudy Gobert not get every rebound. Because you know Gobert's going to get rebounds. You know Anthony Edwards is going to score. You got to hold it down just a little bit. Compress it just a tiny bit. Julius Randle, he's going to grab some assists and rebounds. So he knows what he's doing. These three are going to run the offense. Some other guys you need to look at, Dante DiVincenzo, he's going to pick up a few assists tonight. A good score, of course, Edwards is going to do that. Jade McDaniels is going to score a little bit. We'll keep an eye on him. But Julius Randle, Gobert, and Ant are going to be the three guys you got to watch. These three guys are either going to run the offense or they're going to do everything. They're going to do absolutely everything. For the Mavericks, we don't know who that's going to be tonight. Maybe. The last time Cooper Flagg was out, Klay Thompson stepped up. Klay Thompson can't step up tonight. He's out. So it's going to need to be someone else. It could be Gafford. Gafford crashes the boards, gets 10 offensive rebounds. That'd be amazing. Grabs 20 points. I don't think that's going to happen. You could see Max Christie go off, hit 8 threes today, have 24 points. That'd be great. If D'Angelo Russell is playing, D'Angelo Russell does his thing. We know D'Angelo Russell's good. Some other guys, Nembhard could go off tonight. Brandon Williams could find something. Najee Marshall has proved he's consistent. He's good. Najee Marshall will get the points for you every night. Caleb Martin, getting a little time as a big guy, but he sank a 3 earlier. I saw on their social media, everyone is happy because Caleb Martin sunk a 3, something brand new. Musa Cisse, I believe he can't play tonight. Some of these are confusing with the injury reports. You never know. But we will see as the Mavericks are getting going in a little bit. They're showing the Dallas skyline. Timberwolves and Mavericks. Mavericks are going to be in their green uniforms, a little bit of some blue and white trim. I like the uniforms. We'll see which ones the Timberwolves are wearing. This is the 45th year of Mavericks basketball from the American Airlines Center. They've probably been there all 45 years. We'll see how this game goes. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. It's the evening now. It's 8:30. Wow. Kind of late. Tip-off said 8:30. I don't know. Doesn't look like we're starting at 8:30. So hopefully people put into the poll. I want Mavericks to win that poll, or just here for a good game or fantasy, or here for overtime. Speaking of that, I do need to check up on fantasy. Ever since fantasy football ended, not as many people care about fantasy, but I like basketball a lot more. Luka Doncic seems to be having a good game. He has quite a few points. LeBron isn't grabbing as many points. He's on one of my teams, but he isn't doing what he usually does. LeBron is slowing down. LeBron James is not eternal. They said it. Max Christie, they're showing some of his stats. Last 4 games, 23 points, 51% from the field, 20 for 38. If he can do that tonight, just add to all those numbers, get the percent just a little higher, hit some more threes, score some more points. This is perfect for him. Give him a night. Have a night, Max Christie. Because your two probably main scorers are not going to be here. So you got to pick up someone. Find someone who wants to score. Per game, they're having 19 points off of fast breaks per game, if you're wondering. We already got a few people in the chat. Everyone be sure to like and subscribe for more Dallas Mavericks action. Of course, we got Washington Nationals and Washington Commanders as well. But this is kind of my favorite thing to call in the offseason is Mavericks basketball. The Mavericks were on a hot streak, scoring just a little bit. When they played the Lakers, they looked really good. Through the first 3 quarters and then the fourth quarter, they fell apart just a little bit. When you're facing Luka Doncic and LeBron James, I'm not saying it's allowed to fall apart, but you don't want to just absolutely fall apart every time you play a good team. I think the Mavericks are going to need some offense tonight. They're going to need to crash the boards. They're going to need to do everything. Rim protection. Their big guy doesn't score as much. That's the good thing. Rudy Gobert is not running the offense. When they played Zion, the Mavericks were struggling. They couldn't guard him. There was really no big guys on the floor either because Daniel Gafford wasn't there for that game. But I'm excited to see what they'll do. So, looks like they're getting the starting lineups in just a moment. The Mavericks are warming up, and they are showing tonight's matchup theme. And I believe we're going to see that we were right on the starting lineups. It is the 5. I like the Najee's in the starting lineup. We'll see what he can do tonight. Hopefully our goal on the subscriber count, maybe let's try to hit 130 tonight. That'd be a good goal. If you're wondering, we're going to go head over with this little time, watch the Lakers-Cavs game. Because that's on ESPN, I believe. So we'll go ahead and watch that. It's 57-57 with about 11 minutes to go in the third. Got a lot of college basketball going on as well. We'll be able to go through plenty of scores. Of course, Navy's playing as well, Navy basketball. So we'll check up on all the scores right here as this game is getting started. Soon as you know basketball, they give their tip-off time. It's not that time. It is 49-47 Navy over Boston University with 4 minutes to go. Now we'll check up on the Lakers game. It seems like Luka Doncic is running the point. So he's running the point guard. LeBron's out there with him. You also have Rui Hachimura. And I don't think Austin Reeves is playing tonight, because I have him on fantasy. What's up from Bruin MK10? What is up? Welcome in. We got some basketball tonight. Timberwolves and Mavericks. What's up, Bruin MK? So I can't really tell who's on the court, but that is not Austin Reeves. Number 12 is for the Lakers is not Austin Reeves, because Reeves is out, I think, till the end of the month. This is Cleveland and Los Angeles in Cleveland. So LeBron has returned to a place he once was. 5th in the West is the Lakers. 5th in the East is the Cavs. Our game should be getting going any moment. The national anthem is going right now. I'm wondering, go over to the Lakers. They have Marcus Smart. Their starters were Doncic, Marcus Smart, LeBron James, Jake LaVaria, and DeAndre Ayton. That was the starting lineup for the Lakers. Of course, as well tonight, Golden State is going to be playing. We'll go through all the NBA scores right here and matchups right here as we're still yet to start this game. So, of course, the Timberwolves and Mavericks, that's about to tip off. 67-59 Cavaliers over Lakers, 67-64 Bulls over the Pacers currently with 5:50 to go in the third. At halftime, the Hawks are beating the Celtics 60-46. The Heat are beating the Magic 55-54 with 4:04 to go in the second. With 1 minute and 54 seconds to go in the second quarter, the Heat are currently beating the Magic by 1, 55-54 with 4 minutes to go in the second. Knicks and Raptors, 47-40. The Raptors have the lead, 1:41 to go in the second. End of the first quarter, the Hornets are beating the Grizzlies 36-28. Games yet to start. The Warriors will visit the Utah Jazz, and the Spurs will visit the Rockets at 9:30 p.m. And 9 is the Warriors-Jazz game. I have to unsub and subscribe back for some reason every time I want to say something in chat. Oh, sorry you have to do that. Of course, obviously, the player to watch for the Wizards, for the Warriors is Curry. I don't know why that always is. He's not even probably their best scorer right now. There's some other scorers, but when I watched him play the Mavericks, wow, he can shoot the lights out from anywhere he wants to. If Curry gets hot, there is no cooling down. It's just heating up, and you're going to make it. And the Mavericks defense, they try to hang with them, but you never know. So the game here yet to start. They've changed the player to watch to Najee Marshall, who's averaging 14.7 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, and 3 assists. We'll see how Najee does in the starting lineup tonight. He has been previously the nickname of the Knife. We'll see how he does tonight. I like this green theme, though. The Dallas Mavericks green uniforms. It says Dallas stripped across in white, and then it's a green uniform with some blue and white trim on there. So they're introducing the starters right now. And I believe D'Angelo Russell is going to play. So it's going to be surprising, but I think D'Angelo Russell might play in this game. Caleb Martin, obviously, in the starting lineup, and then Najee, of course. Curry is my GOAT. Okay, interesting. I don't hear many people say he's the GOAT. If it's your GOAT, then that's fine. Of course, PJ in the starting lineup. I thought he would come off the bench tonight, but he is going to start. I believe they're going to show the man in the middle, Big Daniel Gafford. Yep, so Gafford's going to be the center to start this one. I could see Powell subbing in at some point. Love these green uniforms. So they're showing off. In a second, I think we're going to get the tip-off between the Timberwolves and the Mavs. I want to see what uniforms they're wearing because I didn't see it on there. I didn't check when I looked at the website earlier today. That's something I like about NBA. They show off the uniforms immediately. They are awaiting tip-off. They're going to be wearing black uniforms with Timberwolves stitched across with some green and white trim. That's a cool uniform concept, but now it's going to be black on green. Actually pretty easy to see, in my opinion. Better than white against blue or something. Green and black. We're just moments away from tip-off here. They're getting ready to go. I think warm-up suits are now coming off, so we're going to get basketball in just a moment from the American Airlines Center. Timberwolves and Mavs. Excited to see Kyrie come back in a couple weeks. If that's something, put your thoughts down on Kyrie Irving in the chat. Kyrie Irving coming back. Will the offense get better? Will it get worse? We will talk about that throughout the game, and that'll be a topic at halftime. Kyrie Irving. We'll be sure to talk about that at halftime. We'll discuss the game, Kyrie Irving, and much more. I got my spotting boards ready to go with the numbers and names of all the players. Excited to call this game. So they're showing the starting lineups again. So the starting lineup for Timberwolves, you're going to have Gobert, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, and Dante DiVincenzo. Before the game, we talked about all 5 of those guys. Anthony Edwards going to run the point. Of course, they have Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, Jaden McDaniels, Gobert, those 5. I talked about all 5 of them. Your score is going to be Anthony Edwards. Another guy scoring will be Jaden McDaniels. Naz Reid, he's going to score a little bit less, but he gets more boards than Gobert. Gobert is going to score and get the rebounds. He leads them in rebounds. Julius Randle, he leads them in assists, and he's second in rebounds. So he does everything. You're going to need to watch out for Julius Randle to see what he will do. Of course, the Mavericks can stop him. They've got their shooter. When Clay isn't around, the best shooter on the court is Christie. And I think even when Clay's on the court, Christie might become a better shooter. Clay's just had more experience. You could say Clay is slowing down, though. As they're on court, we are ready to go. It's going to be Daniel Gafford and Rudy Gobert to take this tip-off. Remember, the scoreboard is going to be a little ahead of me, so just let me make the call. Gobert, and they're ready to go. This one is tipped back, received by the Mavericks on the other side. Gobert tipped it over to Caleb Martin, and now PJ will have it. PJ gives it off to Christie, and it's stolen by Dante DiVincenzo. Dante bringing it up. Dante up the left side, hands it off, gives it off to Julius Randle. Randle dribbling around, starts to drive in, gives it into the corner, gives it back to Randle. Randle up top. Drives in, step back, little mid-ranger. He swishes it, and it's a 2-0 game immediately. So now Christie will bring this one up for the Mavericks, and he gives it off to Najee Marshall up top by the logo. Marshall driving in, kicks it back out, stolen by Dante DiVincenzo again. DiVincenzo up court, slows it down, gives it off. Driving in is Jaden McDaniels off the pass, goes up, can't get it. Rebound by Caleb Martin. Martin will bring it up. Now it's going to drive in. Marshall driving in with some contact, goes up, and he gets it right in there, and it's back at 2, so it's 2-2. So it'll be tied at 2. DiVincenzo with it on the left side. Gives it off to Gobert up top. Gafford guarding Gobert. Gobert gives it off to Anthony Edwards. Edwards gives it to Gobert. Gobert goes in, almost throws it down, but it goes off the rim. P.J. Washington taking it up, and it's stripped. It's stripped by Julius Randle, and he slams a dunk down, and it's 4-2. Nah, Curry is my GOAT, and so is District Nation. Thank you, Bruin MK10. Caleb Martin dribbling around. Martin driving all the way in. Dribbles it out. Gives it to P.J. Washington. Washington hands it up to Gafford. Gafford down low. Posting up, and it's stolen by Gobert. Gafford takes some contact there. DiVincenzo, stop and pop 3. Can't get it. Rebounded by Christie. Christie will bring it up now. Christie, stop and pop 3. No good. Offensive rebound by Gafford. Waits for the contact. Gafford goes up and draws the foul. And not Curry's my GOAT, and so is District Nation. Thank you, Bruin MK10. So there's a lot of steals in those first few possessions. And Julius Randle was able to throw it down. Then Gafford drew some contact. Gobert is playing very physically here in the first couple minutes of this game. So Gobert and Gafford. So Gafford's at the line. 10:06 on the clock. First free throw up. And it is bricked off the rim for a miss. So we got 100% saying the Mavericks now. Let's go on the poll. So now it's going to be Gafford to take another one. It's going to be on the release here. P.J. Washington and Caleb Martin stand as the rebounders for the Mavs. Gafford takes a dribble, throws it up, and he swishes it this time. So now it's a 4-3 game. Anthony Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves wearing their black uniforms. Caleb Martin on him. Now DiVincenzo, guarded by Christie. Christie on him. DiVincenzo lobs it up to Randle. Randle with it down low. Mid-ranger. Air ball, no good, and it's off Gafford's foot and out of bounds. That was like the Peter Griffin moment in Family Guy, where he was pretending to play basketball, went off his foot and out of bounds. Exactly what happens to Gafford here. The Timberwolves run a stack here on the out-of-bounds play. Gives it off. Anthony Edwards takes it. It was thrown out. Edwards dribbling around. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3, 2, stop and pop 3. Good! On the shot was Jaden McDaniels for 3. And it's a 7-3 game with 9:39 on the clock. Martin will bring it up. Martin dribbling around. That's Edwards on him on defense. Gives it off to Gafford. Gafford gives it to Christie. Christie for 3. No good. Rebounded by Gobert. What is up, Spaceman Sports? How you doing? Anthony Edwards dribbling around. Has Christie guarding him closely around the three-point line. Edwards dribbling around. Drives in. Edwards step back. Mid-ranger. Not a good bounce. It bounces out. Now Marshall off a pass will drive in. Marshall asking Christie to cut. Marshall dribbling around. Finds Caleb Martin. Martin in. Kicks it out. P.J. Washington has it in the corner. P.J. Washington gives it off to Gafford in the post. Gafford goes up and one. Yes! And one there for Daniel Gafford, and it's 7-5. He'll go to the line. Hi, guys. What's up? Chomas. How you doing, Chomas? Hope you're having a good day. And Spaceman. How you doing, Spaceman Sports? I know Spaceman probably isn't rooting for the Mavericks right now. He's a New York and Miami fan. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. So 8:57 to go, and Gafford at the line for the second time in this game. Shoots it up, and he swishes it this time, and now it's a 7-6 game. The Timberwolves lead by 1 as Anthony Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. The Wolves' offense looks good. DiVincenzo swings around off a pass from Edwards. Edwards gets it, gives it off to Gobert, and it's stolen by Gafford. Gafford gives it to Najee. Najee sprinting up the court. Najee Marshall all the way up. Pump fakes, goes up for a shot. Bounces out. Gafford with the offensive rebound. Blocked by Gobert. And then Marshall retrieves it. Gafford gets it again and throws it down. And it's 8-7. A lot of offensive boards there. And it's an 8-7 game. Jumping around, there's a defensive foul here off of P.J. Washington as he hit Gobert when he was trying to go set a pick. Not what you want there. So first, it was a rebound by Gafford. Then he went up with it, missed it off a block. Then Marshall got it. And then Gafford got it and slammed it down to make an 8-7 game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Anthony Edwards dribbling around. Edwards drives in, layup, and he's blocked, but there's a foul. So Gafford and Rudy Gobert are proving to be very physical here early on. As they are both drawing some fouls down low in the post. They are playing physically, some older type of guys, playing a very physical version of basketball. And Anthony Edwards will go to line for the first time tonight. He's averaging 35 points last 8 road games. First shot is up, and it's good. During that streak, he's 54% from the field, 42 from 3, and averaging 5 rebounds a game. So he's been good on the road. 8:21 to go, and he ties it up at 8. Edwards takes another shot, and he swishes it, so it's a 9-8 now. So now this one will be given off to Najee to bring it up. Najee off a pick, brings it over the half-court line. Najee stops around the three-point line, gives it off to Christie. Christie pump fake, drives in. Christie stop and pop mid-ranger, bounces out, rebounded by Gobert, and he gives it off to Julius Randle. Randle dribbling around, picks up his dribble, gives it off to Gobert over the three-point line to wipe Allen the game now for Gafford. Gobert goes up, no good, gets his own rebound, and he's fouled going up a second time. It's 9-8. American Airlines Center hosting a Mavericks game. Mavs and Timberwolves, you're just joining us. It's a 9-8 game. So Gobert did a little bit of a Euro step, missed the shot, then went up again and Powell fouled him. 7:53 on the clock. Gobert shooting free throws. His first one is going to swish it. An odd form there. It's a 10-8 game. He kind of shot from his chest. Kind of like a third grader would shoot a shot. But that's also how Rudy Gobert shoots shots. It's a 10-8 game. Gobert wearing number 27. A lot of people trying to distract him from the stands. His second shot, this one swishes again. P.J. Washington will give it up to Caleb Martin to run the point on this play. Martin dribbles it over half court, dribbling around. Off a pick, goes to the other side. Caleb Martin still dribbling off another pick, drives in all the way. Caleb Martin takes it to the house, and it's 11-10. Caleb Martin with a couple points on the board. 1 point lead for the Timberwolves. Gives it off to Jaden McDaniels. McDaniels back to Edwards. Edwards driving in, goes up. With contact, no good. Caleb Martin gets the rebound, gives it to Marshall. Marshall going all the way in. With contact, gets it to go. 2 more points on the board, and it's 12-11 after a Najee Marshall layup. This one given up to Gobert. Gobert back to Randall. Randall around the three-point line. Driving in, Randall stops her above the free throw line and drains a little mid-ranger. So it's 13-12. Timberwolves trading baskets here early on. Marshall running the point, gives it to Christie. Christie drives in, gives it back to Marshall. Marshall looking. Christie in the paint. Can't get it. Rebounded by Powell. Powell trying to get the ball, but Anthony Edwards strips it from him. Edwards trying to drive all the way in. P.J. Washington on him tightly. Anthony Edwards will kick it back out. That's Jaden McDaniels. McDaniels down to Gobert. Najee playing post with him. Gobert goes up. No good, but there's a foul call on Najee Marshall, who's playing physically down low with Gobert. So now Mavericks will take a timeout. They are down by 1 point, 13-12, with Rudy Gobert going to the line, who is 2 for 2 from free throws now. Thanks to everyone who has tuned in already. To those few viewers who said what's up in the chat, be sure to check in with them. Already looking good here, viewer-wise, and a lot of fun. So they're using a different logo. The Mavericks are using their city logo on their court right now. So already looking pretty good. Hope everyone's enjoying the broadcast already. The few votes have all said the Mavericks. Let's go. In the poll, everyone here is either a Mavericks fan or is currently a Mavericks fan. At least you can be a Mavericks fan for one night here on District Nation. So far from that first few minutes of that quarter, saw Julius Randle had 6 points. Daniel Gafford already has 6. So it looks like Gafford is going to step up just a little bit. The only one subbed out so far is Gafford. Coming into the game was Powell earlier in the game. Gafford just doing it all. Caleb Martin has 2 assists, though. You're seeing Caleb Martin run the offense a little bit. He is dribbling the ball a little bit. It looks like Cooper Flagg is at this game in street clothes. That's fine as long as he's with the team. Got to be with the team. Got to at least be with them. And I hope Klay Thompson's at this game, too. See how the boys win. But they're currently down by 1. They're showing Cooper Flagg again. Hopefully Cooper Flagg comes back tomorrow. They'll be at home again. 2 games in a row. We may be on the mic again tomorrow for that game as well. But for now, we have Wednesday night basketball here on District Nation. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any more Mavericks play-by-play. And we're also doing World Baseball Classic when it comes, spring training, and MLB when it comes by. We're Washington Nationals fans here. Or just come here for baseball in general. Flag all decked out. in his street clothes, though. Gafford on the bench once again. I think he's wearing a high school wear, I think, from his old high school. Or he's just dressed really cleanly with a warm-up suit. So Gobert will be at the line here. Here's his first free throw, and he bricks it completely. First one missed. Once again, he does shoot like a 5-year-old. So that's just something I noticed from the way he shoots. Gobert shooting his second here, 6:29 on the clock. It will go once he shoots this free throw. He shoots it, bricks out, rebounded by PJ. PJ gives it off to Brandon Williams, who's now in the game. Williams running the point. Good to have a nice point guard out there. Powell playing post. Gives it off to Brandon Williams. Williams in the corner. Dribbles all the way out. Williams drives in. Williams step back. Driving it again. There's a foul as Williams drove in, drew some contact, and he'll shoot free throws now with 6:10 on the clock. So we'll see. The Mavericks can tie or take the lead here. Brandon Williams, he has 7 20-point games by season. Wow. 20-point games by season. He has 7 this season. In 2021, he had 6. In 2024, he had 3. And in 2023, he had 1. So he's 7 this season. Been a lot better as he hits the first free throw, and it's tied at 13. Williams dribbling. Takes his dribbles. He shoots the second one. No good. Rebounded, but it's kicked out to Marshall. PJ driving in. PJ kicks it out to Christie, and it's stolen by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo drawing some contact. Kicks it out. Anthony Edwards for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dwight Powell, who gives it to Christie. DiVincenzo's grabbing a lot of steals here early on. Najee Marshall with it up top. Marshall off a pick. Drives in. Trying to draw contact. Goes from under the hoop. Doesn't hit the reverse layup. Rebounded, handed off to Julius Randle to run the offense. 5:42 on the clock. Randle drives in. Randle driving around to the paint. Step back. Mid-ranger is good, and it's a 2-point lead for the Timberwolves. Williams dribbles, gives it to Powell. Powell gives it off to Christie. Christie driving in. Christie to Powell. Powell goes up, and it's rejected, and there's a foul on Gobert. As Powell went up, he tried to strip the ball, but he gets a foul called on him. So now there's 5:20 to go in the quarter. The clock is reset to 24 on the shot clock, 5:20 on the game clock. 2-point lead for the Timberwolves. So here's the first free throw. I think they called a tech on it. Wow. First one up is no good. It rolls out. So Powell will shoot another one here to at least cut the lead to 1. It is 15-13, first quarter. Dwight Powell, the big guy, so you don't expect him to go 100% from the free throw line. He shoots this one, and it is good, and that was not a technical foul. They just didn't have anybody at the line. They all come for the second one. Anthony Edwards going to take it up here for the Timberwolves. He comes off a pick, drives to the right, gives it off. That is Naz Reid into the game. Reid throws it to Jaden McDaniels, but it goes out of bounds. So now Brandon Williams will bring it up for the Mavericks. Williams has Christie flashing, sets a pick for him. Williams driving in. Dribbling around, in traffic, goes up to the hoop, and a foul called. And Brandon Williams will shoot 2 with 4:56 to go in the first. So Williams will shoot his first, and it is no good. Rolls out, so he'll have a second here to try to tie the game. Hopefully the Mavericks can get an offensive rebound if he misses it, but it'd be great if he could tie it up. The second shot is good, and it's tied at 15 again. So now this one will be brought up by Mike Conley, who's now in the game. Conley, a shorter guard, dribbling with his left. Crosses over, hits it up. Now Julius Randle posting up. Randle will shoot a shot longer than a free throw, and he drains it just above the free throw line, and Williams will take it. Twice, Julius Randle has made that shot with a step back. Now, Marshall giving the ball. Najee driving all the way in, gives it to Powell. Powell can't hold the pass, kicks it out. Brendan Williams for three. Good. And it's an 18-17 game. The Mavericks have the lead. A 1-point lead. Let's see if they can hold on or make it worse. Randle stops a mid-ranger. Over the head of Williams is no good. Najee with the rebound. Marshall gives it off. Into the corner, stolen. That was intended for Jaden Hardy, but no good. Brought up by Mike Conley. Conley gives it off to a man. That's for three. No good. Rebounded by Julius Randle. Randle puts it back up, but it's rejected by Najee Marshall, who takes it. Gives it to Williams. Williams all the way up court. Williams driving all the way in. Kicks it out to Christie. Christie resets by giving it to Jaden Hardy. Hardy gives it off to Max Christie. Christie fakes a three. Drives in. Kicks it back out to Marshall. This one is tipped out of bounds, and it'll be the Mavericks' ball. Last tipped by Julius Randle of the T-Wolves. 3:43 to go in the first. Caleb Martin comes into the game for Max Christie. Big rejection. Julius Randle went up for a layup, and Najee Marshall said, no thank you. Brendan Williams will give this one off to Powell. Williams gets the ball back, drives all the way up. Can't lay it into the hoop. Powell, offensive rebound, gets it right back in. And it's a 3-point lead for the Mavericks, 2017. 3:30 to go. Anthony Edwards brings the ball up. Edwards dribbling around. Caleb Martin playing some tight defense here. Edwards driving in. Step back, mid-range. Good. They are killing the Mavericks with that step back mid-ranger. So it'll be a 2019 game, 1-point lead for the Mavericks. Jaden Hardy will take it all the way in. Hardy with some contact, and it finds a way into the hoop. And it's 22-19 off a layup by Jaden Hardy. This one will be brought up by Matt Conley. Conley gives it to Now's Reed. Reed all the way in with some blocks. Yes, as he puts it in. So that's a 22-21 game as Now's Reed just throws that one into the hoop. Williams brings it up for the Mavericks. Williams drives in. Contact. A foul. Was it on the shot or on the floor? We'll see. We'll see if there's a timeout as well. Timeout called by the Timberwolves with 22-21 lead for the Dallas Mavericks. A little bit of a good run there. So I don't think we've seen a good amount of this game, and we have not seen D'Angelo Russell. So I guess he won't be playing another night. And it never says anything about him on the injury report. So I don't know what to say about him. We've seen a little bit from P.J. Washington, but the show is being run by Daniel Gafford, Dwight Powell, Caleb Martin. The big guys are doing their part in this game, and it's pretty evenly scoring from everybody. Everyone's getting their baskets up. 22-21 game, and everyone is doing their part. This offense is working together. They're doing well. Points-wise, off the bench, Brandon Williams with 5, Jaden Hardy with 2, Dwight Powell with 3. Max Christie does not have any yet, neither does PJ, but Najee Marshall has 4, Daniel Gafford has 6, and Caleb Martin has 2. So about 2:44 to go. For the Timberwolves, you see Julius Randle already has 10. They're limiting Anthony Edwards. He only has 4 points, so good from that. So they're honoring a lot of the Mavericks front office. They're honoring Norm Sonio now, or Sonju. That is a J, not an I. He is the co-founder of the Mavericks. So they're honoring a lot of these with the 45th anniversary. They're having that celebration going till tomorrow as well. One thing we haven't seen, Ryan Nembhard is not coming to the game. Miles Kelly has not come in. Musa Cisse has not come in. And, of course, D'Angelo Russell has not come in. But in that case, what's new? D'Angelo Russell not playing? Yeah, I breathed today. I took a breath today. And D'Angelo Russell didn't play. And, of course, Derek Lively's out for the season. Same with Dante Exum. Dante was knocking down the threes. Derek Lively was getting rebounds. So 2 important players out. And, of course, Thompson and Flagg not getting the playing time tonight. Still, their respective injuries. Thompson with the knee. Cooper Flagg with the ankle. Thompson could be out longer. Cooper Flagg with the ankle. That's maybe 2 more days at most, if things go badly. So now Brandon Williams will shoot a couple free throws here. First one. He swishes it. And now it's a 2-point lead for the Mavericks at 23-21. Next shot. This one is good, and it's a 24-21 game. 3-point lead for the Mavericks. 1-possession game still. This one will be brought up by Mike Conley. Conley dribbles around off a pick. It's going to be rolling. Going up is Naz Reid on the pick and roll, and there's a foul on Dwight Powell. So now Naz Reid will shoot free throws. He scores less than Gobert and grabs less boards. Or he scores more than Gobert and grabs less boards. So now he'll shoot free throws. It's a 24-21 game. A lot of the guys who founded the Mavericks or a part of it are sitting front rows. Naz Reid sinks the first one to make it 24-22. A lot of the big Mavericks front office from the original founding of the team. So now this one will be brought up. Brandon Williams stops. Kicks it out. Caleb Martin driving in. Goes up. Layup. Yes. It's a 26-23 game. So now Anthony Edwards will dribble it around. And he kicks it off to Mike Conley, who drives the corner. Kicks it back out. Edwards up top. Edwards gives it off. Clark driving in for them, and he kicks it into the corner. That is Naz Reid for 3, and he swishes it. This game's tied. I don't know about that. He's injured, so he is injured. I'll give you that. Jaden Hardy with it. Dribbling around, driving in. Jaden Hardy with a nice little mid-ranger. Clay's still a bum. You never know. Clay's injured. We can give him that. 2-point lead for the Mavericks. Kicks it into the corner, driving in. That is Mike Conley on the drive. Mid-ranger from the hoop. No good. Rolls out. So now Brandon Williams will have it. Kicks it all the way, and it's stolen by Naz Reid on the long pass, and he gives it off. Driving in. That's Anthony Edwards on the drive. Kicks it out. Clark out to Naz Reid. Reid for 3. This time he misses it. Rebounded. Offensive rebound. And now another shot. And drained. And it's a 29-28 game. So now there's a lead for the Timberwolves. For real. I don't care. So he's injured for one night. Hardy driving in. Hardy kicks it out to PJ. PJ Washington driving in. Goes up for a layup. No good. Rebounded by Powell. Powell has it. Kicks it way out. Kicks it in. Hardy has it in 3-point range. A man on him. Hardy dribbling around. Driving in with some contact. Thought he drew a foul. Martin for 3. Caleb Martin. Airballed. Rebounded by Naz Reid. Reid will slow the pace down. I mean, he's injured. You got to give him that. He'll be back tomorrow, and you'll see he has 20, and you'll change your mind. Driving in is Anthony Edwards. Edwards lobbed up. Caught by Joan Behringer. And it's now 31-28. You sound like you're trash at 2K. You never know. Maybe I'm really good. I'm rather good with the Mavericks, actually. Brandon Williams dribbling around. Williams waiting for a pick. He gets one from PJ Washington. Might have been a moving screen. Brandon Williams with some contact goes up. He drew a foul, so he'll shoot free throws. Hi, your math teacher. I love your vids. Thank you. Is he? You never know. Maybe I am. I'm actually really good with the 2025 Mavericks. Kyrie Irving, one of the best players in 2K, I believe that's a current player. 7 seconds to go, and Brandon Williams is going to shoot free throws as the Mavs are down by 3. Williams shooting his first right here, and he bricks it, and it'll stay a 3-point lead. For the Timberwolves, he'll shoot a second. You're not. Well, everyone's good with Kyrie Irving. Not too hard to be good. Play me at Clash. I do not play Clash. I own you, boy. Hey, you don't own Kyrie, though. Brandon Williams shooting his second here. I believe the Timberwolves are going to try to get a rebound, get a play going. This one's going to bounce in this time, and Naz Reid will run it quickly. They're going to press a little bit, dribbling up quickly. Mike Conley, 4 seconds to go, 3 seconds, gives it to Reid. Reid, long three, and it banks, no good. So that'll end the quarter. After the first quarter, it's 31-29 Timberwolves, but the Mavericks offense did look pretty good. I believe it looked pretty good. You saw it was a lot more spread out than it usually is. Usually it's just Klay Thompson or someone. Read this if you're a good boy. I don't know. So, of course, just some stats right here quickly. 4 points for Martin, 6 for Gafford, 4 for Najee Marshall, 8 points for Brandon Williams. These are days I'm happy I have Brandon Williams on my fantasy team on one of my leagues. And then Jaden Hardy with 4 points. No points for P.J. Washington or Max Christie yet. Christie hasn't really gotten any open looks yet. One thing, 4 players have not entered the game. Miles Kelly, Ryan Nembhard, Klay Thompson, and D'Angelo Russell. I don't know why they say Klay Thompson has not entered the game yet. Klay Thompson is injured. He's probably going to be out till tomorrow. They still haven't said that. Good boy. Good boy. So we're going to go ahead and check some scores. Specifically, I want to check the Heat score. Actually, they're currently winning. The Heat are winning by 1. They're beating the Magic by 1. Someone's probably happy about that. We'll check in on that game for just a moment. Your shoes untied. I wore mostly slides today, so. So quickly checking up on the Heat game. Mavericks, no. So the Magic are now taking a lead at 77-75. It's funny when your top scorer is Norman Powell on the court. If there's any Heat fan in here, Norman Powell leading you in scoring. Actually, I would just wonder what happened to Duncan Robinson. Looks like Simone Fontecchio is your top scorer. Bam Adebayo has 11. Norman Powell with 13. Cap. Yeah, if there's any Heat fans in general, you can see your team is losing. As we're going to get started with the second quarter, Gafford's going to be on the court. That's the only thing we know so far. You got Gafford and probably Brandon Williams. Put him back out there. Let Brandon Williams do his thing. Brandon Williams was a good driver, but Gafford was also hanging with Gobert well. So now this one will be brought up by Bones Highland, who's now on court, gives it off to Naz Reid. Reid gives it back to Highland. DiVincenzo drives in, kicks it into the corner for 3. Bricked off, rebounded, kicks it back out. That's Highland dribbling in. Highland with a layup and gets it to go in. You behind the chat for real. So now 11:39 to go. Four-point lead for the Timberwolves. And the and one free throw is good. So it's a 5-point lead now. This one will be brought up by Ryan Nembhard, who's now in the game for the Mavericks. Nembhard getting things to go. Dribbling around. Kicks it up to Gafford for the lob. No good. Rejected. DiVincenzo grabs it. Going up for a layup. No good from Jalen Clark. Now this one will be Nembhard on the fast break. Nembhard lays it in. And it's 34-31. 11:12 to go on the clock. Bones Highland dishes it away, gives it off to Naz Reid. Reid stops. The big man shoots a three and bricks it. Nembhard with the rebound. Nembhard, the little guy, doing his part here. Nembhard gives it to P.J. Washington. Washington, stop and pop three, airballed. Gafford saves it, but it goes out of bounds the other direction. So it's a 3-point lead for the Timberwolves, but Nembhard gets a couple points on the board on a transition layup. So now it's a 3-point lead. Caught pass from Highland. Highland dribbling in. Kicks it out to Naz Reid. Reid driving in. Reid goes up. And that one goes out of bounds. He just kind of threw it out of bounds there. So now 50% of people say Mavericks, 50% say Timberwolves. So far, I still think it's the Mavericks. The Mavericks offense is looking organized. If you've watched the Mavericks, you know what I mean. They look organized. They're usually kind of sporadic. Nembhard drives in. Looking for the pass, and it's stolen by DiVincenzo. Another steal yet again. Throws it down court. Caught. Dribbling out. Gives it up. Naz Reid goes in. A lob up to Joan Behringer, and he catches it and throws it down. And it's 36-31. Nembhard pushing the pace a little bit. 9 turnovers for the Mavericks. PJ driving in. PJ Washington all the way up to the hoop. Almost blocked. Gafford with the offensive rebound taken from him. Bring it up now is Bones Highland. Highland. Nembhard on him towards the left side. Takes a pick, kicks it into the corner. DiVincenzo for three, airballed, rebounded. DiVincenzo grabs it back, but then PJ takes it. DiVincenzo on him. Gives it up. That is Jaden Hardy with the ball as he brings it up. Hardy looking around. Step back, three. Jaden Hardy with contact, but they don't call a foul. Rebounded by Bones Highland. Highland trying to go coast to coast. Kicks it away. Up to DiVincenzo, who resets it. A lob up. Caught by Behringer, who tries to throw it up. And there's a foul there. 9:26 to go. 5-point lead for the Timberwolves. First free throw is no good by Behringer, and he'll shoot a second here. Just a reminder, halftime, we'll be talking about a couple of situations. We'll check up on the scores around the NBA. We'll talk about this game, and, of course, talk about Kyrie Irving's status, because I think everybody wants to hear about that. So now Behringer will shoot another 5-point lead. He dribbles with one hand and then throws it up. And he drains it, and it's 37-31. I don't know. Nembhard dribbling around, dribbles up the middle. Nembhard goes out of bounds, but was able to... Did he throw it out of bounds in time? No, he didn't. I'm your only fan. Well, thank you for staying with me. $9:16 to go. Bones Highland will bring it up. Nembhard playing some full court defense. Highland dribbling around. Gives it to Naz Reid. Reid dribbling around. Kicks it back out to Highland. Highland step back three. This one's bricked. That's recovered by Miles Kelly, who's newly in the game. Gives it to Najee Marshall. Marshall gives it to Miles Kelly. Kicks it into the corner. Jaden Hardy. And 1-3. Yes. Actually, they didn't call the foul. They just... I don't know. I saw a foul call there. I thought it was a foul call. And he fell down when doing it. 37-34 now, driving in. Bones Highland with a stop and pop mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Miles Kelly. Kelly dribbling it up. Gives it to Najee Marshall. Marshall dribbling in. Marshall draws some contact up the layup, no good. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. And it's stolen on the pass. Miles Kelly gets it on the pass. Nembhard driving in, kicks it to Jaden Hardy. Hardy for three. No good. Marshall tried to get the rebound, but he can't. It's gotten by Naz Reid. Reid will bring it back up. Gives it off. DiVincenzo kicks it up. Gives it into the corner. Alone. That for three. Jaden McDaniels wide open for three. And he drains it. So it's 40-34 as a timeout is called by the Mavericks. So we'll see if they could run the offense a little bit. I don't know why D'Angelo Russell isn't playing. In fact, I'm probably going to Google it right now because no Mavericks fan has an answer. So it's just he's been combined with recent illness and coach's decision. I don't know why Jason Kidd would choose not to play D'Angelo Russell, a better guard in the league. D'Lo is a better guard. My boy don't deserve timeout. He's a good little boy. So they're showing the Mavericks. A bunch of middle-aged dudes are dancing. Usually you see the cheerleaders doing that, but it's a bunch of middle-aged guys. So on the clock is 7:59 to go in the second. 6-point lead for the Timberwolves. Love that. I think everyone does. It seems like the fans are loving it. 6-point lead for the Timberwolves. I don't want 2 threes really. I'd rather them slow down a little bit. Slow it down. Find the good hoops. Najee Marshall can play fast, but get Najee Marshall some open looks. And DiVincenzo has grabbed like 7 steals. So protect the ball just a little bit. Can you? I mean, I already banned the account, so. I don't know. We'll see if Ryan Nembhard comes back out because Nembhard is giving the Timberwolves a hard time. Pure Jones Sports, what is up? PAS in the house. Thank you for coming by. What is up? So now Powell will have it. Powell holds it just in front of the 3-point line. Some contact being drawn. Hardy dribbling around, dribbles towards the left. Hardy, stop and pop mid-range, rolls out. Rebounded by Dwight Powell, but it's taken away from him. Thrown to the ground. What's up, Pure Drone Sports? And anyone coming from him? Thrown up to Gobert. Gobert hit by Nembhard as he goes up. What's up, Pure Drone Sports? Hope you had a good stream. Tell me how your game went. PAS Raid, what's up? So now Dwight Powell will kick that one away as the and one is missed by Gobert, who hasn't been very good. Najee dribbling around. Najee driving in. Najee Marshall can't get it to go. PS Network is in the house. What is up, Charles Adderley? 128 subscribers gained 2, and there's some contact again from Nembhard, kind of driving his head into Jaden McDaniels. You don't see that a lot. Smash them free subs and hit the like button. Show some love. Thank you, Charles Adderley, for that reminder. I'd said at the beginning I wanted to hit 130 subscribers today. So, 7:12 to go. Flyers down 3-1 starting the third. Okay. So now, gives it over. Bones Highland hands it off to Julius Randle, who gives it to the corner to Jaden McDaniels, who misses it, and Max Christie will grab the rebound. Christie driving all the way in. Christie goes up for a layup. Contact drawn. So now, there, contact drawn, and he'll shoot 2 after that layup. Have a great rest of your live stream broadcast. Thank you, Charles. Good luck to you as well. feel inspired to join in the chat, you're welcome to do so at any time. Thank you. So the first one is good from Christie, who's a great shooter. So I don't expect anything from him, but I'd love him to drain some of these right here. 7-point deficit for the Mavericks. Second shot is true. And now it's only a 6-point deficit. 6:48 to go. Dribbling it up. That's Highland. Highland already picked up his dribble on the logo. Has to give it off to Gobert. Gobert back to Highland. Highland dribbling around. Goes all the way to the hoop with a nice little layup there. And he grabs it. 8-point lead. 44-36 Timberwolves. Williams dribbling around. Williams goes towards the left. Williams goes to Christie. Christie driving in. Christie loses it. DiVincenzo tried to steal it, but it goes out of bounds. The possession stays with the Mavericks. I don't need to say possession the way I do in college basketball, where there's so much more to think about. With possession in college basketball, there's no tip-offs. There's no tip-offs when there's a jump ball. So it's an actual, I think they do a tip-off, but they also have the possession rules. Very confusing. NBA's easier. Marshall will pass this one in. He will find Dwight Powell open. Powell will give it back to Marshall. Marshall driving into the paint. Marshall gives it to Powell. Powell, and it is thrown out of bounds by Dwight Powell. So he complains about the call a little bit. So now it'll be into the corner, driving in. That's Jaden McDaniels. Gives it off to Julius Randle. Randle posting up with Najee. Randle driving in. Randle, step back. Mid-ranger, drains it. And it's a 10-point lead for the Timberwolves now. And that's stolen by the Timberwolves, but it goes out of bounds after he dove to steal it. Julius Randle dove for the ball and stole it, but he throws it out of bounds. So Mavericks need to protect the ball a little bit. They're letting it get stolen a lot. Marshall will pass it into Dwight Powell. Powell picks up his dribble. Finds Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin drives in. Caleb gives it to Powell. Powell goes up to the hoop. And he's hit, but there's no foul call. So 5:40 on the clock. Dallas will get the ball back. No foul call. I thought there was a foul there. 10-point lead for the Timberwolves. You got to look at it small, though. Powell gets into the corner. Powell drives in. Kicks it to the corner. Christie for three. Bricked. Rebounded all the way by Bones Highland. Going to drive all the way in. Lays it up. No good. And it goes Williams with it. Do they call a foul, though? And it goes out of bounds. Mavericks with the ball. Gives it up to Caleb Martin. Martin on the left side. Dribbling around, gives it to Dwight Powell. Back to Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin with a floater, no good. Caught by Powell on the rebound. There's a foul on the floor. So I think Caleb Martin's going to be shooting free throws here, actually. That was not on the floor. That was a foul. Just a reminder, halftime we'll be talking about this game, other games, if the Heat lost, all that. Brandon Williams. Dribbling towards the right. Williams kicks it out to Christie. Back to Williams. Williams on the right side. Dribbling in. Beats a man. Goes up for a layup with contact. It goes out of bounds after Naz Reid blocked him out of this world. 0.3 on the shot clock. So you just get it and then shoot it. That is your main priority here. Christie gets it. Can't get it to go, so shot clock violation. And either way, the Timberwolves are going to get the ball back anyway. But they're going to get it back there and get to pass it in. Five minutes to go. Bones Highland gives it off to Jaden McDaniels, who kicks it out to Naz Reid. Reid gives it back to Highland up top. Gives it to Julius Randle. Randle driving in. Looking for the mid-range shot. He's going to find a little layup here, and it's good. And it's 48-36, a 12-point lead for the Timberwolves with 4:39 to go in the second quarter. Williams dribbles it up. Looking for a man. Dribbling. He finds a pick here. Uses it to go up the middle, and it's tipped out of his hand, goes all the way out of bounds down court. So 9 seconds on the shot clock, 4:25 on the real clock, and the Mavericks will have the ball below the hoop. Williams kicks it out to Powell. Powell with it up top. Finds Brandon Williams, who's going to drive up into the hoop. And he grabs himself a little layup, 48-38. 4:12 to go. Anthony Edwards bringing it up. Edwards looking around. Comes off a pick. And it's stolen by Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin, Anthony Edwards, the only man to beat. Goes up, gives it to Najee. Najee with the layup. Lays it in, and it's 48-40. 8-point lead for the Timberwolves. Bones Highland with it, dribbling around. Highland looking for a man. Fast break points. 8 for the Mavs, 0 for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid drives in. Caleb Martin on him. He's playing physically, and he lays it in. No good. Tries to lay it in again, and this time it goes in. 10-point lead for the Timberwolves. Caleb Martin driving all the way in. Martin, Eurostep, kicks it out to Marshall. Marshall looking for a man. Marshall dribbles. Finds Martin up top. Caleb Martin dribbling around. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Martin driving in. Mid-range. Off the spin. Falls out. But rebounded by Dwight Powell, who gets on the ground and fights for it. And there's a foul. Dwight Powell got on the ground for that one. Fought for it. So Dwight Powell is getting hacked all around today. Your support and contributions on District Nation Network is greatly appreciated. Thanks. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So Dwight Powell will be taken off the court. He is getting banged up on court anyway. Najee Marshall will be the one to pass it in. NBA basketball action. It's fantastic. That is a football. So this one, Gafford back in. Christie dribbling around. Christie driving in, gives it off to Gafford. Christie draws a foul on the floor. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now this one will be passed into Gafford. Gafford gives it to Christie, who's fouled again. Wow. They're fouling a lot. So it's still 50-50 between Mavs and Timberwolves, but more votes in the poll. 3:01 on the clock. So Gafford dribbled, and then Christie was kind of just held by McDaniels. Kind of just held on to him. So Christie will shoot here. They're in bonus. First one is good. And now it's a 9-point deficit. 50-41. .301 to go on the clock. Christie wears number 00. The second one up is good, and it's 50-42. This one will be brought up by Julius Randle running the ball here. Randle drives in. Najee on him. Randle at that free throw line shot. Drives all the way in. Spin move. Draws some contact. Goes up for a layup. No good. Tipped out. Recovered by Brandon Williams for the Mavericks. Williams looking for a man. He gives it off to Najee. Najee drives in. Najee has it stripped, and there's a foul. So Najee Marshall will shoot 2 here, and there's a timeout. Timeout called by the Timberwolves. So my stream is just acting up here for a second. Excuse me. The game I'm trying to watch it on. So I'm a little behind, but Timberwolves call a timeout. My screen is just behind a little bit. And there we go. Now I'm back. Just wanted it to get going again. So 8-point lead for the Timberwolves with about 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the half. Shoot the timeout. Looking at some stats on this game. Still, the scoring is evened out for the Mavericks just a little bit. You got 10 for Brennan Williams, 7 for Jaden Hardy. So the guards are doing their thing. Najee Marshall has 6, Gafford has 6, Christie has 4. So Christie is starting to come into his own when it comes to scoring now. We'll be back to the action in just a second. Be sure to stay with us during halftime. We'll be doing a halftime show. The Mavericks started in 1980, are still here. So it's exciting to see what they're doing. So the action will be starting up in just a moment. We'll see if Powell and Gafford are getting hacked in this game. Hopefully, in the second half, we'll be talking about it more during halftime, but Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle play very physically. So hopefully, they can find a rhythm. So we'll be getting back to the action in just a moment. Just remember the score bug is a little bit ahead of me. It won't bring back the action. This is really annoying. So my screen is still in ads and being really annoying. There you go, it's back. Sorry you saw what happened, but I'm trying not to look at the score bug, which I know is ahead of me by this point. And just going back to this comment, I don't think Klay Thompson's bum. Najee Marshall will shoot his first free throw here, and it is good for the first. So shoot the second one here. 50-43. The second one is up, and it is good. So my screen is being really annoying here, so I'm just going to go here. So we're looking good now. So we are very behind. I apologize for this. The stream is a little behind, experiencing technical difficulties here. So Najee Marshall will shoot free throws, so we know he made both, but this stream is a little bit behind. So I apologize for that. So he sinks the first one. Now Najee will shoot another. The second one is up, and it is good. So now this one will be brought up by Julius Randle, a big guy who's been running the offense quite a bit. Next one, driving around. Up with the layup. The mid-ranger, no good from Anthony Edwards, who's had a pretty good game so far, but the Mavericks have been able to limit him just a little bit. 2:28 to go. The first one up is swished in there. And it's a 7-point lead now for the Timberwolves. Sorry, my stream is very behind. A little bit behind. Just let me make the call, no spoilers. Only 5 points for Edwards. The second one is true. And it's an 8-point lead now. 52-44. Brennan Williams will bring this one up. Comes off a pick. Finds Najee. Najee off the pick and roll. Stop mid-ranger. No good. Rebounded by Gafford, but this one's stolen. And it'll be recovered by Julius Randle. Randle dribbles around. 3 from Naz Reid. No good. Max Christie gets a rebound. Gives it to Najee. Najee behind the back pass to Christie. Christie dribbled, and then a 3. Air ball. Caught by Gafford. Holds on to it. Gafford. And it is stripped right out of his hands by Naz Reid. Now Anthony Edwards driving in. Christie on him. Anthony Edwards step back. From the corner mid-ranger. Yes. And it's a 10-point lead again for the Timberwolves. They lead by 10. So my stream is being very annoying right now. It does not want me to watch this game. So a missed shot there. It's still. So my stream is very behind. I'm sorry. It keeps reverting back. So I'm very behind here. We should be better by halftime, as they're just going to show the Anthony Edwards play again. He made that little mid-ranger from the corner, kind of about maybe 10 feet. And it is glitching again. So now it's 54-46, and Gafford will shoot free throws. It's 54-47, so it's caught up a little bit. My stream is caught up a little bit. I don't know how they scored, but my stream is caught up just a little bit when I'm watching it on. So Gafford will sink both of these free throws, and it's 54-48. Anthony Edwards bringing the ball up. Edwards wanting a pick here. He's calling for it. He gets a pick from DiVincenzo, who reverts back, so he didn't want a pick. 57 to go on the clock. 10 on the shot clock. Edwards blocked by Caleb Martin on the pass, but it's recovered by Naz Reid. Naz Reid kicks it. 3 bounces out, and my stream glitches again because it doesn't want me to watch this game. At halftime, it should fix itself. So it's rebounded, recovered by Brandon Williams. Williams dribbles up. Williams all the way. Loses the ball. Stolen. Gives it to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo dunks. Wow. DiVincenzo is going to throw down a dunk. So it's 56-48. 8-point lead for the Timberwolves with 33 seconds to go in the half. 30 seconds now. Shot clock, about 13 seconds separated from game clock. Najee dribbles out. Najee driving in. Najee pump fake. Kicks it out to Williams. Williams with a mid-range. No good. Bounces out. 15 seconds and shot clock is dead. 9, 8, 7, 6. We'll see if Anthony Edwards takes another shot. Kicks it, and it throws out of bounds by him. He was trying to throw it to Julius Randle, but it's thrown out of bounds. 8-point lead for the Timberwolves. Just a reminder, we'll stay right here for halftime. Lobs it up, and it's the Timberwolves' ball, and that is and they foul him. With 2.9 seconds to go, Julius Randle is fouled. Or was someone else fouled? I can't tell. I think they're saying, who was that? That was, it is Randle. He was looking around like he wasn't shooting free throws. He is. First one up is good, and it's 57-48. So now Jaden Hardy will come back into the game with the last 2 seconds to go. And subbing in for the Timberwolves is Jalen Clark. Randle will shoot free throws with 2.9 seconds to go. Randle. 2.9 to go. This next one goes in. So 2.9 to go. Who will they give the ball to? Timberwolves are going to press. Christie gets it with 1 second to go. He's going to shoot a half-court shot. Airballs it. So that'll end the half. It is 58-48 at halftime. Timberwolves have the 10-point lead. At the half, it is 58-48. We will be back in just 1 minute with our halftime show to talk about this game, other scores around the NBA, anything you guys want to talk about, and my one topic, Kyrie Irving. We will be back in just a minute. Do not touch that dial. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome in again, everybody. We have about maybe 15-20 minutes until the second half. A lot to talk about with this first half, and of course we want to talk about Kyrie for just a little bit. First, some stats. It is 58-48 from American Airlines Center. The Mavericks are trailing by 10. The high scores. Brandon Williams has 12. Daniel Gafford and Najee Marshall both have 8. Caleb Martin and Max Christie both have 4. PJ yet to get on the board. Dwight Powell has 3 points. Nembhard with a couple of points. And Jaden Hardy doing his part with 7. Thing that stands out to me here is there's no big guy just scoring. No guy just controlling it, doing everything. Clay would usually do that. Clay could do that right now. Clay could have 12 points right now from 3, and it'd be obvious what he's doing. We do not have that tonight. I think that's obvious. I think the Timberwolves probably get it. That's why they're playing like this well. They know we don't have 2 of our good players. A good defender and the best shooter on the team. One of the best shooters ever is not playing right now. So that's going on. And the Magic are now beating the Heat 126-110. Wow. Good job, Magic. Some stats for the Timberwolves now. 16 points from Julius Randle, 6 from McDaniels, 4 from Gobert. DiVincenzo has a couple points. Anthony Edwards with only 8. Joan Behringer has 5. Naz Reid has 9. Mike Conley with 3. Bones Highland with 5. Jalen Clark yet to get on the board. One thing that stands out to me about currently the Timberwolves, they're 4 from 17 from 3. We're 2 for 10. 24-20%. This is not a 3-point game. This is playing down low. This is Gafford, Powell, even Najee getting in on the action, playing physically down low against guys like Julius Randle. Even Naz Reid. Naz Reid is shooting 3s, though. I thought Naz Reid would be more down low, but guys like that. That's the matchup we're seeing. And Dante DiVincenzo getting these steals. So that's what we've been seeing early on in this game. Tell me your thoughts in the chat. But my thoughts so far, 50-50 right now in the poll. So that's what's going on there. 50-50. Be sure to throw all your thoughts in there. If you have any questions, you can ask them, especially about Mavericks basketball or Nationals baseball. A lot to talk about there. There's going to be time to talk about that soon enough, though. But, yeah, the Mackenzie Gore trade. We did a report on that. You can go find that on YouTube Shorts. And since I have not had a time to do this and it's halftime, we can go ahead. If you click on my channel, go to District Nation. First off, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 150. Right now, the goal is maybe just 130 tonight. We're 128. Just 2 more and we hit 130. Just a couple things right here. Be sure, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for this video, and then go ahead, click on my channel description. You can find all my affiliate links. First off, my email. If you have any questions, you can email me there. And, of course, the links. You have my Instagram and my Twitter. You can find them both right there. And then some other channels I recommend you check out. Pure Adrenaline Sports, he's streaming right now. Thomas Fitzpatrick for all the Boston sports. Rising Rhino, all things football. Play-by-play with JJ, Philly Sports, Dixon Way, Atlanta Sports, Orioles Birdwatcher. It's in the name, all things Orioles. And Dr. DeLay, he likes Pittsburgh sports, but he does any sport. For us, I need to change my description. We are Washington Nationals baseball, Dallas Mavericks basketball, Washington Commanders football, like the intro did. I had 10 different logos on that intro. So that's what's going on over there. I'm getting closer. And by the way, next second upstream, people made fun of me for actually putting this early. The Nats stream. That's our next stream. I think we will be streaming some sort of thing before then. Spring training, basketball, all those things. So now, the one thing we really wanted to talk about here at halftime, the Kyrie Irving issue. The offense is obviously slower tonight because there's no Cooper Flagg or Klay Thompson, but even in other games, there's obviously something missing. There's missing that quick guy, and Kyrie Irving brought that to the team. Kyrie was like the quicker guard, a lot quicker. He was a better version of what Jaden Hardy and Brandon Williams are right now. Kyrie could get to the hoop, too. He could finish very well. One of the best finishers in the league, easily. He could dish it out to Klay Thompson, too. Klay Thompson could catch one from him. He could grab 15 points a game just off of that. Kyrie passed the ball pretty well. He wasn't the best passer in the league, but you can't ask for everything. Speaking of asking for everything, Brandon Williams currently has 18 fantasy points. Klay Thompson, none, but Najee Marshall, 15. I have a lot of Mavericks on my fantasy team. And Gafford I have on the bench, but he has 14 because I had to pick someone to bench. And I could have benched Klay Thompson looking back, but now Gafford's sitting on the bench with 14 points, and he's probably going to have more by the end. And that's just one of my fantasy teams. And of course, there's 2 because everyone loves following that. And a lot of fantasy points from Luka Doncic and LeBron James probably. So hopefully Klay Thompson is back soon because he's one of the best shooters in the league. And probably one of the best of all time. It's good to have him. But Kyrie obviously was a fuel of the offense. So him missing is a very big part. So we'll see, what do we want from the second half here? I would like to see Christie get some more looks. Max Christie has not gotten hot yet. Max Christie is lying in the weeds. Let Max Christie get some looks. Give him picks. Give him everything he needs. He has 4 points. Let him see if he figures something out. Brandon Williams, let him do his thing. Nembhard, let him do his thing. Miles Kelly didn't even get in, but Jaden Hardy, I'd like to see him doing some. So we'll see what we're looking at in the second half. And also, if you can slow them down defensively, that'd be great. Slow down. So now it looks like they're getting back to it already, probably. There's no way. That was a short halftime. Starting lineup, just looking at the starters for the game tonight, they have not done as much as the bench. Christie, Najee, Williams, Powell, these starters, there's more guys coming off the bench. So we'll see if also get Najee some touches. These guys have not gotten too many touches yet. Let them do their thing. I know some of them really want to do something. Of course, Dwight Powell and Daniel Gafford, I talked about it at the beginning of the first quarter. I saw it immediately. This is a physical game down low. And Gafford and Powell are not too physical, but I like how Gafford is adapting. Gafford is looking good playing physically tonight. As a little bit with Dwight Powell, but he's a smaller dude. Dwight Powell isn't as big. Dwight Powell is not 7 foot. And Brandon Williams, I mean, just let him do his thing. Brandon Williams, transition points right now. A little bit of cherry picking, which I don't really like, but he's doing his thing. Let him play. If he finds something that works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But one thing is, DiVincenzo is listed at 4 steals. He probably has 8. He is stealing every ball. Protect the ball a little bit. Daniel Gafford only came back from injury a couple days ago. So we're seeing him freshly coming back. We'll see how this second half goes. You're already down 10. Just see it as 10-0, get back to work. I think the Mavericks see it as 10-0. They will do better. So we're starting to get some final scores around the league and some games that are about to finish, like the Magic game. But they're only up by 6 now. So 128-122, Magic and Heat. Hornets beating the Grizzlies 101-84. The Warriors are beating the Jazz 56-45. The Rockets are beating the Spurs 21-15. In the rest are final scores. The Cavs beat the Lakers 129-90 or 121-9 to 99. 113-110, the Pacers over the Bulls. The Hawks beat the Celtics 117-106. And the Knicks beat the Raptors 119-92. So those are the final scores around the league. And, of course, we'll go over to NCAA basketball as well to see how that went. You got a few games going on right now. Florida, some top 25 games. Number 19, Florida playing South Carolina. Florida's beating them 48-20. Houston, number 10, and TCU are playing. It is 36-28 Houston. Butler played St. John's, the number 25 team. St. John's won 92-70. Around the Patriot League with Navy. I actually haven't seen this final score. Navy beat Boston University 58-50. And, of course, the big guard, Austin Benini, not really big. He's 5'11", actually. 5'11", 170. Had 20 points. So that's good for them. Looks like the second half is just getting underway. So they're back out there. So we're getting going with the second half from American Airlines Center. We're going to call second half right here on the Call on District Nation. Be ready to tune if you just joined us after halftime ended. So Scorebug is already ahead of me just a little bit because my stream is being awkward and doesn't want to show. So ball will first go to the Timberwolves here. DiVincenzo is going to give it into Julius Randle, who looks like he's going to run the point here. So 58-48. You already got an Anthony Edwards jersey sitting there courtside. So they're getting ready to go. Still not going on my side, at least. And the score bug is going, but my stream has not started yet. They're showing off some people. Now the clock's running, and Julius Randle's going to bring this up. Randle gives it off to Anthony Edwards. My stream just sped up a little bit. It looks like Anthony Edwards with a nice little lay-in. So it's 60-50. So my stream is being really glitchy right now. Does not want me watching this. So we're having technical difficulties here. So it's 58-48, and it's still freezing. So I apologize for all these technical difficulties. We're actually having a lot of problems. So now it's 66-52, I guess. DiVincenzo's bringing it up. Sorry for all these technical difficulties. Gives it off. DiVincenzo gives it to Gobert. Gobert going up. Are they giving him a defensive foul? Yes, offensive foul. Or blocking foul. You've got to be kidding me. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what just happened because my stream was glitchy. I want to give you a rundown so you still understand what's going on. It is 66-52 so far, just to score the game so we know what's going on. P.J. Washington had a dunk, and then Randle had a layup. Washington made a layup, and then Vincenzo made a three-pointer. So it is 66-52 here. Here's the first free throw for Rudy Gobert. First one here's bricked and rebounded by Washington. Gives it to Najee. And Najee bringing it up. Najee dribbles towards the left. Najee going to go up for a layup. And he finds his way into the hoop. 66-54. Anthony Edwards dribbling around. Dribbling in. Edwards goes up. Kicks it out. Gives it to Randle. Randle loses it. Gives it back. Randle gives it to Gobert down low. Gobert throws it out of bounds, and it'll be the Mavericks' ball. 12-point deficit for the Mavericks here, but they can come back, I believe. Caleb Martin will bring it up. Martin gives it to Christie. Christie, and it's stolen. Give it right back to Christie. Christie off a pick, goes up mid-ranger. No good, but there's a foul. So now it'll be sending someone to the line here. I believe it's Christie. So Christie's going to shoot free throws here. With 9:06 to go. Gobert down low with Gafford. I told you it's a physical game. First one for Christie. Bounces out of the hoop. 66-54 here. Looks like Mike Conley's going to come into the game for the Wolves. Here's Christie shooting his second here. 16 for 22 on free throws of the Mavericks. Christie takes a dribble. He shoots. And he's going to swish it this time, and it's 66-55. So Conley's going to run the point here and gives it right back to Edwards, actually. So Edwards will bring it up. Edwards dribbling around. Finds Gobert up top. Gobert with Gafford on him. Gobert driving in. Gobert. Gobert kicks into the corner. DiVincenzo drives up for the dunk. No good. Goes off the hoop. Najee with the rebound. Najee fires it to the corner. Christie falling out of bounds has to throw it out. DiVincenzo will chase it down. Martin right behind him. DiVincenzo. Layup no good. Air ball. And it goes out of bounds. Mavericks ball. Only 11 a point deficit right now. So DiVincenzo went for a layup and then just completely missed it. Sad. So now Najee will dribble it. Najee playing aggressively, taking some hard dribbles, dribbling around. Najee behind the back, drives in. Najee going to finish it with a mid-ranger? Yes! Najee Marshall makes it a 9-point game. 8:20 on the clock. Gobert with it, gives it back to Conley. Conley driving towards the right, gives it to Gobert, who goes up and lays it right in. 68-57. Najee gives it back to Washington. Washington bringing it up. PJ drives in. PJ with a mid-ranger layup. No good. Anthony Edwards recovers it, gives it over to Mike Conley. Conley will speed up the pace a little bit, passes it down to Julius Randle. Randle dribbling around. Randle kicks it out for three. Conley bricks it, and it goes out of bounds. Marshall with some hard dribbles, went behind the back, found himself close to the hoop, and went for a little mid-ranger. That's Najee Marshall for you. Najee Marshall playing aggressively. Now this one is stolen, but Gobert able to recover it, so now it'll be Anthony Edwards. Edwards throws it up to Julius Randle. Randle gives it to Edwards. Edwards for three, drains it, and it's 71-57, 14-point lead. Najee will bring it up. 7:18 on the clock. Najee looking for a man. Goes to the left. Najee driving in. Najee with contact goes up to the hoop. No good. And he draws a foul. Good job by Najee. Good work with the hands. 71-57. First one from Najee. Good. And he drains it. And it's 71-58. So now here's the second free throw from Najee. Gafford sits down. Powell coming in for him. The second one bounces out. Powell tips it out of bounds. Or not out of bounds. Anthony Edwards recovers it. Edwards fires it to Conley. Conley with a layup. Kicks it out. DiVincenzo, three. No good. Tipped way out to Anthony Edwards. Edwards drives in. Stops. Mid-ranger. Banked. No good. Rebounded by Powell, but tipped out of bounds, and it stays with the Timberwolves. So that'll trigger a timeout by the Mavericks. Timeout Mavs. Be sure to stay with us throughout the game, and we'll be back at some point with more action of basketball. We'll figure out when our next stream is. And I'll get that out to you as soon as possible. I don't want to do as many last minutes as much anymore. Got a good amount of views right now. Looks like they're challenging the play. I think they are challenging this play of out of bounds. Yep, they're going to challenge, see who gets the ball here. Might be a ref timeout or a ref challenge. Yeah, DiVincenzo tipped it. I believe DiVincenzo tipped it last. I think DiVincenzo is going to get this one back. Or, excuse me, the Mavericks are going to get this one back. Yeah, Powell had it, and then DiVincenzo tips it. I think this one might go back to the Mavericks. The Mavericks might get the ball back. They're showing the NBA Replay Center feed. That's actually really interesting. College football started doing that this year, where they showed what was being said in the booth. That was an interesting concept, in my opinion. I think this one might go back to the Mavericks. So it looks like it was tipped by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo got it. It was in Powell's hands, and it went out of bounds. So we'll see who it goes to. So just here, if you haven't seen this, Bucks are reportedly in trade talks for Giannis. So Giannis is prepared that by February 5th he could be gone. But I don't think anything's bigger than Luka Doncic going for Anthony Davis and Max Christie. I don't think anything's bigger than that. And Steven Adams is out for the season. So that's a big one, too. But Giannis could leave. Giannis could leave. Maybe the Mavericks are in talks. So they just made the announcement. I think the ball... Let's see if the call was overturned. I think they're going to get the ball back. I think the Mavericks may get the ball back. We'll see the announcement. I'll see the play when it happens. I think the Timberwolves are going to stay with the ball. The Mavs are not going to get the ball back. It'll stay with the Wolves. $71-58. Here's a slap, and they're going to give it up. Now holding it up top is DiVincenzo. Naz Reid for three. No good. Rebounded by Mike Conley on the offensive rebound. Anthony Edwards drives in. Anthony Edwards off the glass, and it's 73-58. Brandon Williams will bring this up. Williams off a pick from Powell, gives it to P.J. Washington. Washington drives in with contact. So that'll draw some free throws. So PJ will shoot here with 6:29 to go in the third quarter. First one is good. So it's 73-59. Second free throw here coming up. The second one, bricks, rebounded by Naz Reid. Reid gives it up to Mike Conley, who'll bring it up. Slow the pace down just a little. Conley, waiting for a man. Conley gives it to Naz Reid, who gives it right back. Reid dribbling around, gives it to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gives it to Naz Reid. Naz Reid posting up Marshall. Reid going for some contact. Finds a little shot into the hoop, and it's 75-59. 6:02 on the clock. Marshall will bring it up. Marshall waiting for some sort of pick here or not. He's going to just dribble around. Marshall driving in. Najee. Najee stop and pop. Yes! And it's 75-61. Najee Marshall with the stop and pop. Now it'll be Mike Conley dribbling around the logo. Conley gives it to Anthony Edwards. Edwards at the top of the key. Dribbling around. Edwards driving in. Layup. And draws contact. No good. Rebounded by Powell. Giving to Max Christie. Christie thrown down court to Najee. Najee gives it to PJ, who lays it in. And it's 75-63. Now this one will be held by DiVincenzo. Vincenzo driving in. DiVincenzo. Step back. Gives it to Julius Randle, who draws contact. 5:08 on the clock. So now, Najee Marshall. Great play there, giving it to PJ to lay it in. If you didn't know, I think a lot of people know this. PJ's name is Paul Jermaine Washington. So that's Paul Jermaine. 75-63. Paul Jermaine stands at the bottom with Dwight Powell for the rebound of this free throw. 75-63. First one is true, and it is 76-63. Paul Jermaine will come off the court. It is 76-63, 13-point lead for the Timberwolves. 5:08 on the clock. Julius Randle takes a dribble, throws it up, and it is good. 77-63 now. Ryan Nembhard into the game now. Nembhard bringing it up. Looks for a man. He finds Powell up top. Powell driving in. Powell gives it to Nembhard. Nembhard with a nice little mid-ranger and a swish. And it is 77-65. 12-point lead for the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards finds Mike Conley, who flashes, gives it out to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo behind the back Pass. And then now dribbling it in. Gives it to Naz Reid. Reid gives it up to Randall down low. Randall throws it into the hoop. And it is 79-65. Now that'll trigger a timeout. Or a foul. That's an and one. So it'll be an and one shot here. What's up, Ian Bradley? So now to be another one, 79-65. Randall dribbling. He takes his dribble. Here's his free throw, and it is good. And it's 80-65. Nembhard will bring this one up, running the point. Powell dribbling around. Powell up top. Najee driving in. Najee Marshall dribbling around. Najee drawing contact, and one on the lay-in. Najee Marshall proving that he is physical. Najee Marshall wanting to do it. Najee Marshall playing physically as he does a lot. Pop it for me. Okay. Got a couple emojis thrown in there. So you got a lot of different people thrown down. Are they going to challenge this foul call? You've got to be kidding me. Wait, is this the Najee one? They're challenging the Najee Marshall foul. This should be a foul. I think this is a foul, and there's a timeout called. So it's the Mavericks. What are they challenging? What can they be challenging here? Oh, 1, 2, 3. It might be a travel. Najee Marshall may or may not have traveled. You never know. And 1, 2, 3. I don't know. It might be that they're questioning if he traveled. I'll check. Can't tell. I think they're challenging something. There's a foul on the play. That is obvious. 13-point lead for the Timberwolves. The Mavericks trying to come back here. Crawl back slowly. Anything can happen. We'll see what they give here. So we got 43% on both sides, Mavericks and Timberwolves, and then just here for a good game, 14%. Okay. Coach's challenge on the foul. Okay. So we'll see what the call is. Najee had sunk the free throw anyway. We'll see what the call is. Got a lot of celebrities courtside for this game. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We'll be back at some point with the next game. We'll see. See if the call is overturned. So I think Najee is going to get the free throw still. I think it's still a foul. And Najee hit the spin move. I think there is a foul on here. He was not straight up. A good spin move. That was a really good move. So Najee is going to shoot free throws here. Najee Marshall. A great basketball name. Free throw up 8. He swishes it, and it's 80-68. Here's a press here. Nembhard. A one-man press here hanging out with Mike Conley. They're up the court now. 18 points for Najee. This one given to Anthony Edwards. Edwards going to drive in. Edwards has a double man on him. He's trying to hit this mid-ranger off the jump. No good. And Dwight Powell with a rebound. Gives it off to Nembhard. Nembhard. 4 minutes to go now. in the third. Nembhard dribbling around. Nembhard driving in. Nembhard to Powell. Powell up to the hoop. And he banks it off. And it's a 10-point lead now only. Chipping back slowly. 10-point lead for the Mavs. Naz Reid driving in. Naz Reid goes up. And there's a travel. Yes, and it's the Mavericks ball. Three minutes and 39 seconds to go. Dwight Powell with that good, throwing it off the glass, just doing his thing. 10-point deficit now. Nembhard will run the point here. Nembhard looking for a man. Nembhard dribbles around his man. Nembhard. Fade away. Yes! And it's 80-72 on the fadeaway mid-ranger. Only an 8-point lead now. So Anthony Edwards will bring it up. Edwards dribbles towards the right. Edwards going to go all the way in. No, it's taken, but he has to hold on to it. Jaden Hardy rips it out of his hands again. Edwards trying to dribble. Caleb Martin playing tight defense. Kicks it out. Naz Reid, long three. Bang! And it's 83-72. 3 minutes to go in the third. Caleb Martin going to dribble this ball up. Caleb Martin, a good big guy, can do all things. He can dribble the ball too. Comes off a pick. Martin gives it to Powell. Dwight Powell gives it to Nembhard. Nembhard for three. No good. And it's rebounded by Naz Reid. Naz Reid gives it to Anthony Edwards. Edwards driving all the way in. No good. Rebounded. Up. And there's a foul as Joan Behringer tried to go up with it, and it's a foul on Dwight Powell. And Behringer will shoot two here. Timberwolves lead by 11. Is there a timeout called? No. So Anthony Edwards talking to the ref. One of the refs, at least. I think he almost got attacked. Yes, attack. Yes. So now Jaden Hardy will shoot free throws because attack called on Anthony Edwards. Wow. First three throws up. No good from Jaden Hardy. But they do get the ball back. So it's good that they get the ball back. 11-point lead. Now a free throw for the Timberwolves because they get to shoot their free throws after the tech. He gets two. This is Joan Behringer. So Anthony Edwards still talking to the same ref that gave him a tech. Why is he doing that? First one by Behringer sunk. Anthony Edwards, you're best off shutting up here. So it's 84-72. I don't know who's going to get the ball back after this. I think it is just going to be a rebound. Whoever gets it, gets it. This will be a second shot here. Second one is up. Sinks it. So it's 85-72. Here's a full court press here. Nembhard guarded by Conley pretty loosely. Nembhard dribbling around. Nembhard gives it to PJ. PJ with Naz Reid on him. PJ driving in. PJ behind the back. All the way to the hoop. Off the rim. And a foul called. And PJ will shoot two. Paul Jermaine has two free throws here. So we'll do the first free throw here. First free throw up. Bricked. 13-point lead for the Mavericks. Or not for the Mavericks, for the Timberwolves. .221 to go in the third. So here we go. PJ will shoot his second free throws. It's up. Bricked. Two missed. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's now brought up by Mike Conley. Conley dribbling around. Conley gives it to Anthony Edwards, who passes it, but there's a foul by Dwight Powell. As Edwards, I think, was trying to go up with it. Are they going to give him free throws, though? He will get free throws. So Anthony Edwards will shoot 2. Edwards shooting his first of 2. The first one is up, and he bricks it. Here's a second one, and this one he swishes, and it's 86-72, 14-point lead. So this one will be given to Jaden Hardy. Hardy gives it off to PJ. Paul Jermaine driving in. Paul Jermaine kicks it out to Nembhard. Nembhard dribbling around, gives it to Jaden Hardy. Hardy driving in. Hardy with a nice little layup. No good, but he draws contact, and he'll shoot 2. Jaden Hardy doing it all. He missed that tech free throw, but trying his best here. Here's the first free throw by Hardy, and it's no good. So he's over. His last 2 were missed. Next game, the Hornets come to the Mavs. We might be live for that, depending on my schedule tomorrow. We could be live for that. I'll have it up at some point if we are. 86-72. The second one is up. The second one is good, and it's 86-73. Nembhard guarding Dwight Powell and Anthony Edwards. Edwards driving in. Edwards kicks it out to Julius Randle. Randle driving in with some contact and throws it into the hoop, and it's 88-73. Washington, mid-ranger as he got it. No good. Rebounded by Caleb Martin. Kicks it out. Nembhard almost shot the 3. Didn't. Caleb Martin dribbling around. Martin drives in. Martin with a layup blocked completely. Wow, what a block. Recovered. No good. They keep tackling over the ball. It's a behind-the-back pass. Thrown out of bounds. And it will be Mavs ball. What a block. Wow. Powerful slam there. So PJ had it. Then that one was just kind of thrown. So it will be the ball for the Mavericks. Or the Timberwolves are going to get it. What? The Timberwolves get it. So now Nembhard guarding Mike Conley. Edwards driving in. Edwards kicks it out. Wow, kicks it out. For 3, Randle bricks off, rebounded by Caleb Martin. Nembhard driving all the way in. Nembhard to a lob to Paul Jermaine Washington. PJ can just kind of tip it in. He doesn't get to throw it down. 44 seconds left in the third. And gives it up. That is Joan Behringer. Gives it to Mike Conley. Conley drives in. Conley kicks it out. Going up is Randle. He gets fouled. Randle gets fouled and will shoot 2. With 30 seconds to go in the third. 13-point lead. That was a lob, but PJ Washington couldn't throw it down, so he just threw it off the backboard. So is that Kyrie Irving sitting front row behind the court? I think that is Kyrie Irving. Kyrie's at the game. Should be. Next one made, and it's 89-75. That's sunk by Julius Randle. 14-point lead for the Mavs. $30 seconds to go. Randle shooting another one. He leads the team in assists, and he's second in rebounds per game. Just a little nugget on him. The shot up. And this one is good, and it's 90-75. Nembhard will speed up the pace just a little. Nembhard driving in. Nembhard to the right. Has Christie on the court with him, too, so he has a shooter. We'll dribble around a little bit. There is a 6-second difference from shot to game clock. Hardy with it. Gives it back to Nembhard. Nembhard, deep 3. No good. Shot clock is dead at 7 seconds. Anthony Edwards trying to take it all the way. Gives it up. Randle. Randle to the hoop. Under the hoop, no good. Thrown up. On the offensive rebound by Behringer, and he gets it in just in time, and that'll end the quarter. So he gets the offensive rebound and puts it right back in at the end of the quarter. It is 92-75. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment right here on District Nation with the fourth quarter. Be back in just a moment. And we're back, and we're beginning the fourth quarter in just a moment. 92-75 as we begin the fourth. Najee Marshall had 10 points in that third quarter. We'll see what he can do here in the fourth. They are trailing 92-75, only 17 points. They had a 14-point lead over the Lakers, and the Lakers came back. So anything can happen here with 12 minutes of basketball to play. So they'll have ball first. PJ drives in. PJ goes up to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo gives it off to Randall. Randall dribbling around. Randall gives it to DiVincenzo, who passes it back to Randall in the paint. Blocked on the attempt, and Gafford rebounded after the shot by Behringer. Hardy takes it up court. Hardy going to try to go all the way. Hardy to the hoop, gives it to Gafford. Gafford slams it down, and it's 92-77. This will be kicked out for Bones Highland to reset. Highland gives it off to Randall. Randall back to Highland. Bones Highland takes it to the rim, and it's 94-77 after the little layup. This one will be taken up by Brandon Williams. Williams dribbling around. Williams has it, gives it to Gafford in the paint. Gafford goes up with it and draws a foul, and he'll take 2 shots. What up, Andreas Milrat? What is up? Hope you're having a good day. So now Gafford will give this one up to Jaden Hardy. Hardy driving in. Hardy stops and gives it to Gafford in the paint. Gafford with another dunk, and he'll throw it down again. 2 dunks in a row for Daniel Gafford. And it's 94-79. So this one will be dribbling around. Highland with it up top. Gives it up to Randall. Randall around the three-point line. Gives it to Highland, who throws it away. And it'll be given back to the Timberwolves, as apparently a Mav tipped it. Hardy with a good feed there to Gafford, just waiting right outside the paint. He could throw it down. 10:32 to go in the game. So this one will be brought up, and it is the Mavericks ball. So Brandon Williams will take it up. Williams dribbling around. Off a pick, Williams drives in. Will go for the layup, no good. And there's a foul called, and Williams will shoot 2 here. So 10:21 to go in the game. Brandon Williams shooting free throws. 94-79 game. First shot up. This one is good, and it's 94-80. (94-80), 14-point game. Trying to cut it to 13 with this free throw. Next free throw up. And this one rolls out. Rebounded by Jaden McDaniels back in the game. And Rudy Gobert's in the game. Rudy Gobert and Gaffer to go one-on-one again. This one up top to DiVincenzo. Down low. Randall has it. Randall beats his man. Now he's double-teamed with a little trap. Kicks it out. Gives it to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo for 3. Bang! It's 97-80. So now Najee will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Najee gives it to Williams. Williams! Almost all the way to the hoop, and he is down. So being helped up by 2 Mavericks and a Timberwolf, making sure Brandon Williams is okay. Hopefully he is. Now 50% say the Timberwolves are going to win. Okay. Not too many Mavericks fans here then. So now Brandon Williams will shoot free throws once again. First one is up, and he swishes it, and it's 97-81. (16-point game, 9:53 to go. Here's the second shot. Swished again, and it's 97-82. Looks like there's a violation here. So they're just going to pass the ball back in again. I don't know what the violation was. So this one will be passed in to Bones Island, who will take it up. 97-82. Mavs looking to get a comeback going. Dribbling up high is McDaniels. McDaniels with a floater into the hoop. Rattles around in, so it's 99-82. Williams will bring it up. Williams finds PJ. PJ back to Williams. Williams drives in. Williams, mid-ranger pump fake, kicks it out to PJ. PJ drives in. PJ with the nice little layup, and it's 99-84. As PJ Washington's able to lay that one in. Paul Jermaine showing some offensive skills. This one will be dribbling around by Randall. Randall drives in. Step back again, and it's 101-84. The deficit gets worse. 9:07 to go. Jaden Hardy will bring it up this time. Hardy all the way to the hoop, lob up to Gafford, but he just catches it and goes up and lays it in, and it's 101-86. Just trading baskets, but it's not good to trade baskets when you're losing by 15. Randall posting up around the three-point line with PJ. PJ was able to trap him correctly. Brandon Williams steals the pass. He doesn't have a dribble, or he does. He will start dribbling. Williams speeds up the pace, gives it to Jaden Hardy. Hardy for 3. Yes, from 3-point land. And it's 101-89. And this will trigger a Timberwolves timeout. And now it's 101-89. The Mavericks are not going to go down without a fight here in Dallas. They'll be here tomorrow. Might as well keep the momentum going in tomorrow. Get something good. Come out with a win. I bet they can do it. The Mavericks can still do it. They've done better things before, especially this 2025 team. So it looks like they're showing the hype video of Living on a Prayer. I mean, good song to listen to when you're down by about 13 to go, or 12 or 13. I mean, you're living on a prayer in this situation. Of course, the Maverick mascot doing his part. Showing all the Mavericks fans. Hopefully they can live on a prayer. Go on a 13-0 run, boys. Do your thing. Let D'Angelo play, even if he's sick. I know he is sick, but let him do his thing. I mean, you are living on a prayer, but you might as well. They're showing the best parts of the song. This is a nice arena. American Airlines, a great arena. I've never been there. I've been to a lot of other baseball fields, a couple basketball courts, a lot of college courts. And then I've been to some, I don't think I've ever actually been to an NFL stadium during a game. I've been to some college games, which are pretty cool. But I think I've been to a Wizards game. That was cool. But I like the Mavericks, so it'd be cool if the Mavericks came to D.C., and then I could go to that. Here we go. Bringing this one up will be Mike Conley pushing the pace a little bit for the Timberwolves. Conley dribbling around. Some good defense for the Mavericks. They can't get the steal, but is there a foul? There's a foul. And it goes towards the Timberwolves ball. Oh, yes. Did they get the ball back? Oh, yes. There's a foul on DiVincenzo. So the Mavericks will get the ball back. This living on a prayer rally is working. Mid-ranger, yes, from Brandon Williams. And it's 101-91. 10-point deficit now. Let them work. 10-point lead. Let it start. Anything can happen. That's what they say. Anything can happen. DiVincenzo dribbles around, gives it to Conley. Gobert gives it back to Conley. Conley to Gobert. Gobert throwing it up. No good. Rebounded by Brandon Williams. Williams gives it to Najee. Najee driving. Najee to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo with a behind the back. That's a three. It's an open look. Rebounded by Gobert, and it's thrown out of bounds. Is there a foul call? Whose ball will it be? The Mavericks are looking good here. Getting a rally going. So to be Timberwolves ball. Passing it will be Anthony Edwards. They're about to retire the number 24 for the Mavericks. Tomorrow, I think, is the official ceremony. And the space is ready to go between Derek Harper, Dirk Nowitzki, Brad Davis, Ronaldo Blackman. The three is up. No good. Caught by Caleb Martin. So now the Mavs will get the ball back. Caleb Martin off a pick. Martin driving in. Martin all the way had the baseline. Has to find a pass. He has no dribble. And it's given up to Gobert. Gobert with the steal. Now Naz Reid will take it up. Naz Reid all the way to the hoop. Gafford on him. Naz Reid finds a way to the hoop, and it's 103-91. Still, anything can happen. 12-point lead with about 7:08 to go. Williams knows they need a three. Get some action going. Williams driving in. Williams to the hoop. No good. No offensive rebound. Rebounded by Naz Reid. Given up to Jaden McDaniels. McDaniels all the way to the hoop. Has to kick it out to Naz Reid. Reid for three. Yes, and it's 106-91. And a timeout called by the Mavericks, who now trail by 15, who had cut the lead to 10. It is now a deficit of 15. Najee looks angry. Do your thing, Najee. Get hot. Drive in. Play some defense. Do what you need to, Najee Marshall. So there's a timeout here. We got 9 likes on the stream. Thank you to everybody who came by and liked. Thanks to all the subscribers for today. I do need to check fantasy, though. You got to check it. I like the Victor Wembanyama buzz cut. Wemby got a buzz. I think Austin Reeves, who's on one of my teams, is coming back on January 30th. So that's in a couple days. Excited to see his return. Start showing some fans here. In another one of my leagues, keeping me in the fight, Brandon Williams and Najee Marshall combined. And I also have Clay, but he's on the bench, and Daniel Gafford I had on the bench, but I'm regretting that right now. Well, I couldn't have played him anyway, unless I had worked that incredibly correctly. They're showing some dancers here. They're shooting the water bottles into the stands. That's always fun. Catching or receiving water bottles from people on the court. They're showing American Airlines Center before the game. Everybody getting to and from their seats. So it's a 15-point lead for the Timberwolves. We'll see if the Mavericks can get something going here in Pegasus City. Get something to happen. The Norm Sanju bobblehead that was handed out tonight. A lot of fans came for that. They did come for the basketball, too, surprisingly. But I'm a Mavericks fan, so I would be there for the basketball, too, if I could go to a game. So now Christie's going to shoot free throws here. There's a foul. So Christie will shoot free throws here. 106-91. He drew a foul. First one up. This is good. He swishes it. So they're in bonus now. So now it's a 14-point deficit. Mavericks. 6:39 left on the clock. The second one is up. This one's swished as well, so it's 106-93. This one will be brought up by Mike Conley. Conley dribbling around. On defense on him is Brandon Williams. Caught by Naz Reid with PJ on him. Reid gives it up to Edwards. Edwards kicks it back out to Naz. Reid's back to Edwards. Edwards, long three, drained, and it's 109-93. So everything is falling for the Mavericks, for the Timberwolves, and nothing can fall for the Mavericks. 16-point lead for the Timberwolves. Brandon Williams drives in. Brandon Williams gives it to P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington with contact. It's 109-95, but no foul there. Anthony Edwards driving around. Anthony Edwards dribbling around, a trap on him. He kicks it out to Naz Reid. Naz Reid drives in. Stolen by Christie. Recovered by Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin dribbling the ball up. Pushing the pace. Martin dribbling around. Looking for a man. He finds Brandon Williams to Dwight Powell. Williams drives in mid-range from Brandon Williams. No good. Rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards speeding up court. Edwards going to drive all the way in. Stops in the paint. Finds in the open. Gives it back. Anthony Edwards at the top of the key now. Edwards drives in to the hoop. He can't get it. It's rebounded. Christie recovers it. Christie will take it up court. Christie dribbling around. Max Christie Dribbles around. Max Christie works his way. Max Christie with the mid-ranger, and he swishes it. And it's 109.97. Try to cut it to less than 10 at least. 4:59 to go in the game. 109.97. Brandon Williams guarding Conley. Conley gives it up. Driving in. That's McDaniels. Up. No good. Tipped out. Outweighed him, Conley. Naz Reid. Pump fake's going to drive in. Has to beat Dwight Powell. And he floats it right over Dwight Powell's head. And it's 111-97. A 14-point lead. Naz Reid has 21 points tonight. Dwight Powell lobs it up to PJ, who catches it, kicks it, and he puts it right back off the glass, and it's 111-99. 4:21 on the clock. Gives it up, lobs it up to Anthony Edwards down low, kicks it back out. Conley for three. Wide open, and he drains it. Nobody on him at all. 4:08 on the clock. Williams dribbles it up court. He'll drive in. Williams. Spin move to the hoop. No good. Gets his own rebound. Caleb Martin for three. Bang. But there's a travel, or is that an offensive foul? They're going to call offensive foul on Brandon Williams for going for a little contact. And then he kind of shoved someone to get the rebound. Kicked it out to Caleb Martin, who was wide open for three, but they call an offensive foul. Brandon Williams did not like that call. 3:58 on the clock. 114-99. Kicks around. Anthony Edwards. Dribbling in. Edwards. Stop and pop. Mid-ranger over the head of Christie. No good. Tipped out. That is to Julius Randle. Randle gives it up to Edwards. Posting up Christie. Off his foot and out of bounds. Off of the foot of PJ Washington. So the ball will stay with Minnesota. 3:36 to go. Naz Reid for three off the pass in. No good. Rebounded by Caleb Martin. Martin gives it to Christie. Christie to the corner. PJ Washington for three. Not a good bounce. PJ gets his own rebound and makes it 114-101. PJ got in the pile and just got his own rebound. 3:15 to go. Anthony Edwards driving in. Edwards trapped. Goes out for three. Bricked. Tipped out. And this one right to PJ. PJ with one man to beat. PJ to the rim. Yes, PJ makes it 114-103. And it's an 11-point lead. They dwindle it down just a little bit. Bring it up as Mike Conley. Conley with Jaden Hardy close to him. Conley dribbling around. Comes off a pick. He gives it to the rolling Julius Randle. Randle takes it to the hoop. And he'll get it in, and it's 116-103. So now it'll be Jaden Hardy. Hardy dribbles around. Hardy going to drive in. Gives it to Powell, and it's stolen. But recovered by Caleb Martin. Martin gives it to PJ, who puts it into the hoop. And it's 116-105 with 2:20 to go. Going to give it off to Naz Reid. Naz Reid gives it back to Conley. This one given up. Now back to Conley. Conley. Free throw shot for Randle. Randle likes that shot, but he's going to drive in. Step back. Mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Christie. An 11-point lead. A three could change this game. Christie. And it's stripped by Anthony Edwards. Edwards, one man to beat is Christie. Edwards. No foul drawn. And it goes going to go back to the Mavericks. Hardy with a dribble to work with. An 11-point lead with 1:39 to go. It can still happen. Hardy kicks it into the quarter. Christie for three. No good. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. So now the Timberwolves can probably just waste this possession, waste some time. Make sure there's no chance of a comeback. 13 on the shot clock, 118 on the real clock. 115 and 7. Gives it out. Naz Reid, a deep three. Bricked. Recovers. They need to speed it up if they want to have a chance of doing this. Hardy gives it to Christie. Christie driving in. Christie into the corner. Caleb Martin out to PJ. PJ for three. No good. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 55 seconds to go, and this one is about over. 50 seconds to go, 16 on the shot clock. Anything can happen with 11 seconds, but I don't think it will happen. Gives it up, 10 seconds to go. Randall posting up. Randall with Christie. Randall going to probably hit his free throw shot. Kicks it out. Naz Reid. Pump fakes. And a nice little teardrop. And 34 seconds to go. And that one was in. It's 118 to 105. This team definitely struggles without Cooper Flagg. 28 seconds to go. 10 seconds separating shot clock, Gamecock. Hardy getting a mid-range. Blocked by Anthony Edwards. Recovered. And the shot clock is dead. So 13 seconds to go, and this one is over. They're not going to shoot it. It's going to end at 118 to 105. Ladies and gentlemen, this was not the best game without our guy, Cooper Flagg. This is going to end the game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in today, but the Mavericks are going to lose this one, 118 to 105. The biggest factor of that being that Cooper Flagg was gone. It was a game-time decision, not playing him. Not the best game on their part. We can look at the final stats, and then we're going to get out of here because it's late night for me, but we're going to just quickly look at the final. It's about this. I just want to quickly talk about this for just a second. Not the best game. Just some stats here. The lead scorer was P.J. Washington with 21, who really came into his own towards the end of the game. Without Cooper Flagg, I think Cooper Flagg adds at least 20 points to that game. I think with Cooper Flagg, we win that. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Obviously not the best game. Let me see if I have anyone to redirect you to. If I do, I will. I don't think anyone is live anymore. We are the last ones. Yep, that is everybody. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in tonight. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We might be live again tomorrow. Let's say I'm about 80% sure that we'll be live tomorrow. I will see you then. Hopefully, I'll see you then, and it's going to be same time tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.